Hello! So in this video I'd like to share how my style has evolved to where it is today. And I'd like to stress that my style is rather unorthodox, and the way I play is just one way of playing the ukulele. In fact, if you're happy with the sound you're getting right now, there is no reason for you to change. Like a lot of people, the uke was not my first instrument. I already played acoustic guitar, electric guitar, which I consider a different instrument from the acoustic, and also the 5-string banjo. So it made sense to me to transfer the skills that I'd learned on these other stringed instruments over to the ukulele where appropriate. Also, I quickly found that I wanted to play tunes on the ukulele, not just strum it to accompany my voice. Although a lot of people play with the bare flesh of their fingers, I prefer the more defined, sort of tighter sound of fingernails on nylon strings. And if you play with your fingernails, there's a nice tutorial on the care and shaping of your nails on Samantha Muir's Facebook group, which is called I Love Ukulele. A nice little site. Now, my fingernails are not particularly long, they're just long enough to get a good tone. There's a bit of glare, but I think you can see them there. Okay. And I keep the nails on my left hand even shorter. When I first started playing, I was getting this tone with my fingernails, but I get this tone with my thumb. So the sound with the thumb is softer and it's quite a contrast in tone with my fingers, and I prefer a more even, balanced sound between the thumb and the fingers. So my solution was to try thumb pick. Now with thumb pick I get this kind of sound. And if you've never used a thumb pick, it can feel a bit like a ball and chain around your thumb at first. Fortunately, having played 5-string banjo, where thumb pick and finger picks are pretty standard, the adjustment was an easy one for me. So, just to demonstrate once again, with the bare thumb I'd be getting this kind of tone, and then now, and with the thumb pick I'd be getting this. So almost the same tone with the thumb pick as I was getting with my nails. Now I'd like to talk about what you might gain and also what you would lose by adopting a thumb pick. So, winners first. As I've said, I found the balance to be better between the finger and the thumb, but I've also heard other players who get a good balance with just their bare fingers, so your experience may vary here. With the thumb pick, you can hit the strings harder, so you can get more of a dynamic range. Just don't hit it too hard. Along with this, you can get more of an attack on the strings. One thing I think is not debatable is that the thumb pick presents less friction on your fingers than the bare thumb, or even the thumbnail, and because of this you can play faster, especially if you're playing like banjo rolls. Or single line jazz playing is also easier because of the low friction. Now, to the losers, the first thing to suffer, and this will be a big thing for a lot of people, is that you'll no longer be strumming with your thumb. Strumming with a thumb pick just doesn't really work. Instead, I strum with my index, back of the fingernail, which admittedly is a different sound than the thumb. And a lot of people not used to wearing a thumb pick on their thumb, it may feel awkward and unnatural. You also lose that sort of tactile feeling of your bare hands on the strings, which is part of the appeal of the ukulele. Now, if you do decide to try a thumb pick, there are quite a few choices out there. This one is the more common type, or plastic. Comes in medium and large, I think. This one is by the Dunlop company. Costs you about 75 cents. I've got another one here. It's a bit more colourful. Plastic, same design. It's by the Golden Gate Company. That one's about $1. The kind I prefer, made by the Blue Chip Company. You can get these online. $40. I recommend you start with this one if you get it. And the difference with these, I'm not trying to sell you any hardware here, is just happiness. It fits your thumb. It has very low friction. I don't know. Expensive though. Anyway, whatever you decide, remember that there are many ways to play the ukulele, and this is just one of them that has evolved for me. So find your own voice, and good luck.